Hi there, my name's Claire Jones. I'm a vet from North Wales, and I want to talk to you today about some of the things you might like to consider in your flock pre-lambing time. So the main things we like to consider this time of year would be nutritional status, parasite control, preventing against diseases, and also trace element supplementation. So starting off with parasite control, the main thing we'd be worried about this time of year in your adult ewes would be fluke. So take some poo samples from your ewes, get it down to the surgery, get it analysed, and your vet can then advise you about what product you need to dose with if you need to dose. This will help prevent the ewes going into lambing time with any chronic fluke burden, which won't hamper their performance then. The next thing we might like to think about would be preventable diseases, so vaccination. So this usually involves giving a clostridial vaccination 4 to 6 weeks pre-lambing time. You don't want to leave it too close to lambing, otherwise it can cause problems with abortion. But what you want to do is make sure that vaccine's well on board so that the ewes have got a good boost to their colostrum, so the lambs have got the best start in life. And you also might like to think about adding in a pastorella component to this vaccine, which will help give the ewes protection as well as the lambs. Trace element supplementation. So if you've had a trace element deficiency diagnosed on farm, you might like to think about either supplementing with a bolus, blocks, or even a supplemented feed. And this will help give the ewes and the lambs, through the ewes and the colostrum, the best start in life and the best sort of start going into lambing time. Nutritional status. So if your ewes are being scanned, you'll be able to work out whether they're expecting twins and triplets or singles, and you can then separate them and feed them accordingly to make sure they don't become over fat or under thin, because that's the last thing we want going into lambing time. And it will also allow your vet to advise you as well about perhaps something we could do called metabolic profiling, which can be done the last 2 to 3 weeks pre-lambing time. This involves taking blood samples from these different groups of ewes and analysing their nutritional status and their energy levels to see whether what they're getting from their diet is adequate, to make sure that they're not going to get any trouble going into lambing time. So speak to your vet about anything we've discussed today and they can give you some more information.